Hey everyone, Nicole here, the Groovy writer, coming to you from just outside of Chapel Hill, North Carolina. It's so beautiful. We've been staying in this gorgeous campground, and it's just reminding me a little bit of the Pacific Northwest, except for the fact that it's quite steamy. Not unbearably so, but I'm really loving the moisture in the air. It's really lovely. So yesterday, we were at the North Carolina State Farmers Market, and it was so amazing to me, especially coming from Arizona. It was so amazing to see just the incredible range of fruits and vegetables and plants and honeys and molasses and everything that was being brought to this huge farmers market in Raleigh by all of these North Carolina farmers. It was just amazing, and it put me in mind of a question that I want to pose to each of you who is watching, and I would love to hear your thoughts about this. Anything I say here and other videos, love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments. The question I have for you, as I'm strolling through these gorgeous woods that are so full of growth and life, and as I'm coming off that farmer's market, is where is your harvest that might be awaiting you as a writer? Okay, what do I mean by that? That sounds a little esoteric, right? What I mean is, where's the richness? Where's the richest part of your imagination, or maybe your experience, if you are either a memoirist or someone who is writing fiction, perhaps, but based on your experience, which is very common. Where is that, and have you tapped into that yet? Here's something I see often with my students in the MFA program where I teach, and there is this tendency, and this is very true for first novels typically, there's this tendency to draw on our own experience, but there's also this tendency to try to write for the market, try to sort of figure out what editors and agents want to see, and to try to write that. The problem is, I think doing that can get us away from those harvests of our own that are just waiting for us as writers. They're waiting to be realized into books, into projects. So I don't think it's wrong necessarily, especially if you're a very fast writer. I don't think it's wrong to sort of keep your finger on the pulse of what readers are looking for and try to write that. But for those of us who are not particularly speedy writers, I think it's so important to just stay closely in touch with where there's really good, rich stuff, either in our own experience or our own thoughts, our own imaginations, that's just waiting for us to harvest it, to turn it into a project. And what I see in those, on the editorial side and on the faculty side, what I see is that those projects that really come from often a very personal place, often a very sort of fraught place sometimes. It doesn't mean everything has to be trauma-based. Your experiences could be great that you're writing about. But what I often see is that projects that come from that place are very powerful. Ooh, there's a car coming, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I don't want to have to deal with the whole dust storm. But I want you to think about that, if you would. Think about where your treasure is as a writer. Where is that good stuff waiting to be harvested by you? And even if you also want to write for market, that's fine, but I would suggest also trying to incorporate writing that is more personal, more powerful for you, and I really think that's going to come across to your readers. All right, I'll see you all soon.